snacks when trying their own food, or insist that there is no better method for pudding than mine. There are many reasons for this bold ignorance, but mostly it's to make more money. They push you to only their blog where you see only their ads and then they profit. I don't have a huge gripe with that, as I gulp on ad dollars too, but disregarding people with culinary knowledge leads to viewers learning garbage info and wasting their food, which matters when eggs cost the same as a down payment on a house. Generally, it's best to follow recipes from experts in their field. For example, I'm an expert at laying pipe on your mom, as opposed to folks who are supposed masters of all cuisines. Ultimately though, this isn't a huge issue. I'm just a privileged influencer with a liberal arts degree and too much free time. The only food influencers I can't trust are the ones that always have the
Blueface is under 5. Okay, welcome in everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. I'm just checking to see because there's some sort of issue with the server for the text notifications for some reason. So I don't know what is happening, but I'm waiting to get my text, and my text has not come through. I sent it twice, and so I'm gonna have to talk to customer service about that. But nonetheless, we are here. We're just working out the kinks, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get live on every platform. We're going to be talking about Blueface today and his and this craziness that is going on. I want you all to see this real quick. So let me just go ahead and get us. Whew. So here, this is the thumbnail here. He's asking his son if he's gay. It's so problematic. It's actually frightening. It's frightening. But nonetheless, let us go ahead and get live on all of these platforms. We're live on Twitch, we're live on Twitter, we're live on Facebook, we're live on LinkedIn, and as you know, we are live on YouTube. I am your host, Tonya TKO. I'm a self-love specialist from TonyaTKO.com. I hope you learn how to love yourselves and one another. On this platform, we look at the self-love lessons in viral stories. And today we're talking about this right here with Blueface's son, some strippers in the next room, and how he's trying to get his son to come in there and grilling him about his sexuality as a 6-year-old boy, wondering why the boy is more interested in Slim Jims than some Slim Thickums. I don't know how else to say it. All right. Let me just make sure that I've sent out a message inside of the Telegram group for the people who want a text notification squad, because for some reason there's a little bit of a server issue going on. So let me just take care of that real quick. Let me just all right. You know, there are technical issues that cannot be helped, and this happens to be one of them. So I want the text notification squad to be in the house, so that's what I just took care of. All right, so listen, let's play this video real quick, because when I first saw this, I was like, you know what? I know I have to talk about this. I'm surprised more of you didn't send this to me. So I don't know if the story hasn't gone viral everywhere, because Blueface's mother has actually come out to defend this madness. I don't know what's going on with her. But you know what? I went and looked up her age. She had this boy in 1997, or this man. And so goodness knows what she was doing out there freaking. She was probably a young Krishan herself. So who knows? Who knows?
Blueface is under fire for asking his 6-year-old son if he is gay. The child was in the pantry looking for a snack to eat, and Blueface wastes no time to wonder why he would be looking for snacks instead of looking at grown women. At first, his son does not know how to answer the question until the camera cuts and he answers with no, to which seemed to calm Blueface down.
Casual day. Casual day with Jay Nasty. Son, come here. There's booty cheeks out here. You in here looking for chips. And Slim Jims and shit. You ain't gay, is you? Huh? Are you gay? You ain't gay, right? My man. My dog. My young...
Blueface is under fire for asking his 6-year-old son if he is
All
gay.
right, so I want you to pay attention to a few of the things that we're going to be seeing in the video, right? So his son is in the pantry, right? There's an announcer talking over right now. But one of the very first things that he says to his son is, come here. And he says, come here to his son while he's still in the other room with. So what we see right here is we see this person right here with the hip implants and all of that. This is his children's mother, right? He has 2 children with her. And one of her children was born in December 2022, but he was with Krishan then, so I don't know what is going on. This is just a whole weird boondoggle of a situation, right? So inside this room behind her are some dancers, right? He says to the child, while he is still out here, you see he is still out here, he says to the child, come here. I'll turn it up so you can hear better. I'll turn it all the way up.
Hey, nasty.
Listen, he's about to say it.
Son, come here.
So you see, the boy is all the way inside the room, and he's telling him, come here. Why does he want the boy to come here? This is relevant because his mother is going to claim that there were that the children were not in that room, right? His mother's going to claim that. And I'm going to show you some footage of, actually, I'm going to show you a screenshot and I'm going to show you some footage of him telling the kids what it is that he's about to do, right? So I want you to just pay attention to all of this. Pay attention, because we're going to talk about why he behaves this way and why far too many Black men are hypersexual like this and the reason behind it. All right? So
There's booty cheeks out here. You in here looking for chips.
do you hear that? And listen to the intonation. There's booty cheeks out here and you in here looking for chips. Why is he saying that? Is he trying to get the boy to go back to a different room? Where's he trying to get the boy to go? And what is it that he's expressing to the child, right? So basically, he's like, how could you want to be in here with chips and there's booty cheeks out here? That's basically what it is that he's expressing.
And Slim Jims shit.
Chips and
You
Slim
ain't gay,
Jims.
is you?
And so the boy says something about Slim Jims, and it's like, what can a little boy do with a grown woman in the other room clapping cheeks? What interest does he have in that? He probably is more interested in chips. He's in the pantry trying to look for, well, what is he going to do with some booty cheeks? He probably sees booty cheeks in his mother's home, looking at his mother's booty because his mother is a single mother. She's probably walking around. She's in her little shorts there while people are there. So she probably walks around naked in front of the boy anyway. So what is booty cheeks to him? He's a child. If he did see some booty cheeks, he might laugh. I remember when I used to do those expos and I had that naked banner, right? The children love the naked banner because they think booties are funny. They want to laugh at butt cheeks. They don't think it's anything other than it's a body part that is funny. The butt of jokes, so to speak, right? The butt of jokes. So here. Oh, wow, that cupboard is bare. No wonder he's rummaging looking for food.
Huh? Are you gay?
And he's like, I'm going to get Slim Jims. And he's like, are you gay? And then look, I want you to see when the camera cuts, right? Look. So then the camera cuts and then he asks him again, to which point the boy answers. So it's like, what the boy know about gayness? But what he's doing is he's conditioning the boy in 2 different ways. And I want you to answer in the comments, in what 2 ways is he conditioning the boy?
You ain't gay, right? My man. My dog.
So look, he says, I'm not gay. And then what happens? He starts congratulating him like what was the dude's name from Training Day? Well, the Denzel's character. What was his? I forget what. I forget his, I don't even know if I even really did know his name. But he starts acting like dude from Training Day. My man! And he starts slapping five with the boy. So the boy may not have known what gay was before. So there's a few different things going on, right? He may not have known what gay was before, but he knows that gay is something that his father does not want him to be, right? So if he tells his father that he is not this thing, his father will give him kudos and accolades, because goodness knows how often Blueface even sees the boy. Do you see little I was going to say SpongeBob SquarePants, but I ain't going to body shame the girl. I ain't going to body shame her. You see how happy she is that he's around now that Krishan is pregnant. And instead of taking this as a damn warning sign, she's throwing it up on the internet, trying to throw it in people's face. Girl, there's a woman who is pregnant with his child right now. And he is in some home with strippers while the woman who is carrying his offspring is somewhere perhaps stressed, distressed, or in a mess. Right? This is not celebratory. This is your sibling's brother or sister coming along the way. You two are sister wives, like it or not. Like it or not. This is a red flag. So the boy may not have known what gay was. He knows that gay is something his father doesn't want him to be. Not only that, what does his father want? His father wants him to do what? To pay attention to booty cheeks. He is hypersexualizing a 6-year-old boy and truncating his ability to be able to lead a normal life. What ends up happening when people are introduced to sex and sexuality at too early of an age, before they even really understand what's going on, they become hypersexualized and they start crossing over into deviant forms of sex, deviant fantasies, deviant forms of stimulation, etc., and different ways to try to get themselves aroused, because they started off so early that they're desensitized to it. They start acting out in different ways, and they start, in many cases, behaving badly. Not in all cases, of course not. However, give the boy a chance to grow. Give the boy a chance to come naturally into interest. But I don't know how many of you all remember, right? I don't know how many of you all remember Boosie. How many of you all remember Boosie? How many of you all remember this right here?
I'm training them boys, right? Ask any of my nephew. Ask any of them. Ask my son. Yeah. They were 12, 13. They got hit. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Hell yeah, I got my fucking son dick sucked. You fucking right. I'm training them boys, right? Ask any of my nephew. Ask any of them. Ask my son. Yeah. They were 12, 13. They got hit. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Hell yeah, I got my fucking son dick sucked. You fucking right. I'm
I want you
training
to
them
just
boys,
pay
right? Ask any of
attention. He says, I'm training them boys right. What does he consider to be training them right? I mean, look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face, right? He paid a stripper to sexually assault his 12, 13-year-old son and nephew, Zinni and Tuti, right? His son's name is Tuti. Apparently, his nephew's name is Zinni, right? He paid a grown woman to assault them, and he thinks that this is the right way to go. Why? Because if they ain't hypersexualized, if they aren't introduced to intercourse at a young age, they're gonna be messed up. They might be gay. They might not have normal development according to a person who is already deviant, most likely, right? So now what is it that we see in this situation with Blueface? We see him now indoctrinating a 6-year-old boy into deviant lifestyle and behavior. I want to show you something real quick. I took a screenshot and I circled some stuff that I want you to see, right? Where is my screenshot? Give me 1 second. Here it is. Here it is. Right. Do you see this? If you pause the video where the girl was walking past, you will see that there's a person bending over, clapping, and there's a little head over here. There's a little head right in that area, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to hear this next video, right? I want you to hear this next video because Blueface's mother came out to quote unquote support her son. And I want you to hear what it is that she had to say. This is all it's bizarre. All right. All right, here. You know what? Let me get this screen together. We're going to jump to a quick break, and then we're going to come back with Blueface's mother and the statements that she made. And I'm going to say this, right? If you don't create a space for trusted individuals, people who you trust and respect, to be able to correct you, you don't get better, right? We don't get better if we don't allow. Now, there's a lot of people out there in internet land who will be like, Tonya don't like this, Tonya don't like criticism, Tonya don't like this, Tonya don't like ways that we can make her better. I don't know you. I don't trust you. I have not vetted you, and I don't have the respect for you that would need to be in place for me to take tutelage from you. I have people in my life whom I do trust. I'm not looking for guidance from you to be who it is that you want me to be. I'm not talking about listening to random people on the internet. I'm talking about a circle of trusted people. I'm talking about people in your life who are living at a certain level and capacity to which you may hope to get. And you trust them, you've vetted them, and you honor their word. We have to create a space for people to be able to tap us on the shoulder and correct us. I don't need you all out there to try to correct me. Trust and believe. I have friends, I have family, and I also have therapists and coaches who work with me. I'm happy with who it is that I am. I'm a work in progress, yes. However, I'm happy with who it is that I am. I don't know you and how you're living your life for you to be trying to dole out internet advice to me. I'm not interested in that. And I implore you to be disinterested in random people trying to come to you and tell you what it is that you should be doing, right? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for someone to come to me and tell me now about all of the makeup that I have on, considering I'm not wearing makeup. But they come out every video. All right, we're going to be right back from this break. All right, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Okay, so there's an issue with the server for the text notification. So to everybody who did not get a text, you know, I apologize. It is outside of our control. I am going to write to technical support after we get off air. But welcome back. Right now, we're going to listen to. Femme Divine is saying, your skin has always been beautiful since you've known me. My skin used to be a mess before. That's why I invented products to be able to help keep my skin clear. And the TKO Skin Vitamin E is one of the most important parts with keeping my skin as beautiful and supple and young looking as it is. Got me glowing. I also have gotten some sun. And you see that I look like a Rolo, chocolate caramel in the building. But yes, thank you. I appreciate that. The vitamin E will be available this fall, so stay tuned for that. And let us jump right into this here video, right?
So no ma'am. False alarm, false alarm. They ain't gone crazy and he ain't seeing nobody's ass. I checked it out. I went off and they said he was not present to watch nobody's ass. He just had to get him a little snack. So maybe he was trying to get sneak a little peek. You know how they do.
What was he trying to, you saw he didn't want to be out there, mother.
He all right. Everything all right. I checked it out. False alarm. He not watching nobody twerk. He ain't seen no naked ass. John covered up his eyes like this while he took him to the pantry, so he didn't see no nakedness. He didn't see no booty cheeks.
Do you believe what you're hearing?
False alarm. Everybody go home.
Do you believe what you're hearing? Who was covering up his eyes? Are you going to address the gay comment and the accolades for the not being gay? Come on.
So no ma'am. False alarm, false alarm. They ain't gone crazy and he ain't. He got 3 nannies. He got me, he got Jaden's sister, he got Callie, he got Sion, Jaden mama. He got his great grandma. He got a couple nannies. Somebody up over there on duty.
The text just went out, so text notification squad, welcome into the building. What is it that you're hearing right here? What are you hearing? Do you believe what it is that you're hearing? And why would a person like this make an excuse like this in an obvious situation where her son was wrong? I just want you to pay attention because there's a lot of self-love lessons in here for us. And remember, this is not about them. You have to take these lessons and focus in on yourself. Otherwise, we're wasting our time looking at other people's lives because their lives are not ours. There are some mothers who are problematic out here, and she is one of those problematic mothers. When I searched for how old Blueface mother was, let me show you what it is that I came across, right? All right. So when I was searching for how old is Blueface mother, I came across a few different websites, right? Let's just take a look at a few of them, right? Carlissa Sappho bio, age, and facts, right? Expand to show full article. I'm not playing with you, right? Gossip next door. Who is Blueface mom, right? So this is Blueface's mother right here, right? She's 50 years old. She was born in 1972, right? Ah, this is unbelievable. Oh, wait. Well, what is this? I know this is not his mother posting thirst traps. Wait a doggone minute. Is this his mom posting thirst traps for the net? I guess this might be his father. Wait, no, oh, wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. Okay. All right. So she's still out here in these streets. She's still out here. Oh my goodness. So she over here talking about Krishan and all this other stuff. She may have been Krishan back in the days. 1972, that means in 1992, she was 20. During the height of Freaknik, judging from what some of those old images that we saw of the Freaknik, we can only imagine who his mother was to produce a child into this world who behaves as Blueface does, and her making the excuses that she makes for him. Who was she back in the days? Why is he so drawn to these ratchet women like Krishan and the white-faced girl that was his first baby mother? Makes one ask, begs the question, it does. So let's jump back to the video, because I want you all to see. I want you all to see the rest of this. Let's see, she's talking about he got nannies on duty, right? Let's see.
Somebody on duty. Javon ain't getting no booty. They on duty. Yeah, the nanny is there. There's a nanny there. I don't have no reason to lie. Who you think watching the kids?
Who do you think is watching the kids?
He got 3 nannies. He got me, he got Jaden's sister, he got Callie, he got Sion, Jaden mama. He got his great grandma. He got a couple nannies.
Wait a minute. So she's calling herself a nanny? She's saying he has 3 nannies. She's naming herself and family members. No professional nannies. No professional. I guess because whatever might be going on in these homes, goodness knows what might get reported.
Somebody up over there on duty.
Oh, wait. Somebody on the screen. But look at what somebody is writing on her screen. Who gives a F? Damn, bruh. These people need to mind their business. Those girls were dressed the same as if he went to the beach. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. You see, and this is why we are so disjointed in the community. Is it appropriate? I mean, okay, so going to the beach, that's fine. There's nuance to the conversation. Yes, they're dressed in in the same type of outfits, but what are they doing in those outfits? They're bending over, clapping cheeks, pulling apart cheeks, rubbing on each other's booties, doing all this other stuff, behaving in sexual manners. Okay, let's say it's okay for children to come into contact with sex and sexuality. All right, let's say that you're very liberal and you think that it's better for children to see that at home, right? Are we demonstrating sex and sexuality between 2 people who love one another and share intimacy? Or is there debauchery and hedonism and all types of exploitation and explicitness going on? Is that what's happening, right? Is this caring, loving intimacy showing what that looks like to children? Or is this just rank and runker?
Somebody on duty. Javon ain't getting no booty. They on duty. Yeah, the nanny is there. There's a nanny there. I don't have no reason to lie.
All right, so let's see who was there. You know what? Let's listen to who she says is the nanny.
The kids?
Listen, let's see who she says the nanny is.
He got 3 nannies. He got me, he got Jaden's sister.
Jaden is his first baby mama who was there hyping it up, happy to be in the room with the strippers. So that's Jaden's sister.
He got Callie, he got...
Callie, calling people by their first name. Well, I don't hear anybody saying Mrs. Doubtfire. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not Mrs. Doubtfire, but we don't hear anyone saying Nanny McPhee. We don't hear none of that. Let's hear.
Sion,
Sion,
Jaden Mama. He got a
Jaden Mama, Sion, Callie. Does this sound like any professional nannies to you?
he got his great grandma.
A great grandmother. So a great grandmother was in that home and the boy was going to get snacks. The great grandmother couldn't get her walker and go, well, listen, actually, if she's the grandmother, the great grandmother might be young. She might not even be on a walker. She might be out there twerking too. I mean, if mama is bent over the pool table, 70 is the new 60. You know, we don't know.
He got a couple nannies. Somebody up over there on duty.
So let's see who's on duty. Let's take a look.
Y'all sit right here while I go fondle with these young women for a little bit, all right? You in charge. You second in charge, all right? All right.
So where's the nanny? The oldest person that I see watching these children, there's one baby knocked out on the couch with a big full diaper on, ain't been changed, right? Then I see a girl, maximum age 12, maximum. And then there's the little 6-year-old cutie pie, right? Looking for Slim Jims. He said, y'all stay here while I go to fondle these women. You in charge, 11 or 10 through 12-year-old, because when it comes to kids, you really can't tell. Some kids are bigger than others based on how tall their parents are, right? And then the 6-year-old is second in charge while there's a little one knocked out on top of some pillows.
All right.
And then we get to the shoot that's happening in the next room. Is this a loving display between a couple showing what adult intimacy, appropriate adult intimacy and love looks like? Look, is that what we're seeing?
Y'all sit right here.
Oh my goodness, was that what we were seeing? Did we see loving intimacy between
Y'all sit right here while I go fondle with these young women for a little bit, all right? You in charge. You second in charge, all right?
Where are all these nannies?
All right.
Where's great grandma and Callie and all of these other nannies? Where are they? Where they at? I don't see them. You see them? So he's talking about fondling women in the next room. Where are all these nannies? These children look unsupervised to me. What's this? What's going on?
Y'all sit right here.
All right. I think we've seen enough. We keep talking about parental involvement of fathers. All fathers are not created equal. What is the caliber of this man who is the father of these children? 25 and got 3 kids. Well, 2 and 1 on the way. And he is trying to coerce a 6-year-old to be interested in some scantily clad women bunking up while another woman smacks and claps on her cheeks. I mean, what does the little boy need? What is that going to do for a little boy? What does he know? He know nothing about that. She might as well be slapping and clapping on Play-Doh. I don't care about that. But he wants him to care. This is what's really bizarre to me. This is what's really bizarre. This is what's really bizarre. Because remember the image that I showed you. There's a little head, a little person inside the room while that woman is bent over. This is, I'll put it on the screen. This is where the woman is bent. And then as soon as this woman walks past, then you see the little person's head, right? So, what are the self-love lessons that we can glean from this? One of the lessons that I learned from myself is about making sure that I'm vigilant with stating that all fathers are not created equal. Blueface coming into contact with children and trying to promote, and trying to impose his ideas of sexuality onto a child, the dysfunction of it all. But why is it like this? Why is he trying to pass this hypersexuality on to a child? Let's talk about the why of that, right? This may be a little controversial, so before we jump into the controversy of it, let me read the Cash App that has come in. Shawnee Minter sends $20 to support the broadcast. Thank you, Shawnee. Thank you. This QR code on the screen you can use to scan to send something through Cash App when we go to a quick break. Actually, let's take a quick break right now. When we come back from the break, I'm going to tell you the controversial reason why I feel that he's doing this. So we'll be right back. All right. Welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome back. Right? All right. So All I Hear Is Love has sent in, let's pull this up on the screen and read your comments. I appreciate you all for sponsoring the show. Thank you. Thank you. All I Hear Is Love says, he's grooming the kid to be a teen dad. You know what? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But will that child even be a dad? Yeah, he's grooming him for something, but I don't think it's fatherhood because I can't imagine him participating in his children's lives. I mean, these people are not really preparing for the future because, for those of you who don't know, Blueface is the one who sang that song "Bust Down Tatiana," right? If he doesn't evolve, who is going to be listening to this music 5 years from now? He's going to be a 30-year-old with how many children will he have by then? How many of their lives is he going to be in? And what is his future going to look like if he's not setting up the foundation right now, right? So Hannah sends $10 and says, all grandmothers aren't created equal either. Listen, thank you. Look, look. You right about that. Because I know listen, I know of a person whose grandmother had children participating in illegal trade of street pharmaceuticals from her apartment in the projects. She was smoking around them and had them working. And she had her hands far removed from it. And when the boys would get rounded up, they were too young to get sent into the system. Well, they were too young to go all the way in the system because they were juveniles. So yes, all grandmothers are not created equal. You are right about that. You are very right about that. Terry sends $5. Shanti sends $2 and says, self-love lesson, I will not repeat generational trauma. How do we switch that sentence into taking the word not out? Because what we want is we want to talk about what we are manifesting, not what we don't want. Because even as you're saying it, in the same way in the Matrix, when she was like, watch out for that vase, and he turned around and it was her saying that he turned around and hit the vase and then it broke on the ground. You don't want to focus on what you don't want, right? Focus on what you do want. So Shanti, how do we change this sentence? Switch that sentence around and state it from the positive affirmation. All right. Let me refresh one more time. Duran sends 444 and says, thank you for shedding light on real issues. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for being a show sponsor. For people who want to advertise on the show, somebody did have to go to the block party during the break. Look, if you want to advertise on the show, reach out to me behind the scenes and get pricing. Don't just try to flood my comments with your links. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. All right. So let's talk about the controversial reason for why he's most likely doing this. Some of what it is that I alluded to, where is he going to be 10 years from now, 5 years from now, right? What is his future looking like? What is his retirement plan like? Does he have any real socioeconomic power? Do Black men in general in this country have socioeconomic power? Do they have the ability to traverse through different tax brackets unnoticed? Do they? Do they have the trajectory of success in this country? Do they? Part of the issue is that far too many Black men just don't have anything going for them but this elusive rumor of a big D. They were whored and slutted out by the white man to be these bucks, right? And as these bucks, they were prized for the building blocks of DNA to be able to create more enslaved people. So they don't have power, they don't have money, they're not spending their time getting educated on average, right? But they take pride in that peen game. That's really all it is that they have. So rather than cultivating intelligence, rather than cultivating the things that are going to produce true success and longevity, rather than cultivating ingenuity, rather than cultivating innovation and those things, mind power, they constantly talk in the manosphere about how men built everything. First of all, There's the worker bees, and then there's the developer, the person who sits behind the scenes with the money and the vision. They're the people. I mean, look, how much power and influence do those guys sitting outside Home Depot have? Sitting out there with their trucks and their tools and their bags waiting to be picked up for a job. Yeah, they'll do the job, but when the awards are being given out for development, they're not going to be getting any awards. They were the workers who fulfilled another man's vision. I had this conversation with a man just a week ago, and I was like, 90% of men in this country have built nothing. You sit around talking about men built everything, but it was the people behind the scenes. This is why Elon Musk and Zuckerberg are over here talking about having some big fight. And we fools are going to pay for pay-per-view to watch these billionaires make more money fighting. Right? Far too many black men get used as worker horses. And they take pride in saying, oh, a man built this. Yeah, but you don't own it. You don't own it. You don't control it. You didn't innovate it. Far too many black men only have their penis. They only have their penis to take pride in. And so they start cultivating the youth from early on, getting them raped by grown women. And shame on the women who participate in this effery, raping a little boy. Give him a chance. But you know, there's all different types of people out here. As a matter of fact, let me play something for you. Boosie himself was raped by a crackhead. You know what? Saying this out loud sounds like a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Here. Not only did he go and exploit himself on Vladimir's couch, but listen to what Boosie says. Listen from his own mouth. From his own mouth as he details.
What is the oldest woman that you've ever slept with? What age?
Look, he's pausing all this time because them horrible memories are coming back to him of the time that he jumped on top of a crackhead. You know, saying crackhead makes it sound like a joke, but it's not a joke. A woman who was addicted to crack cocaine raped him.
Probably when I was young, I was about 15, 16. It was a crackhead.
How old was she?
About 55, 50.
Okay. That is a big age. That's like 3 times the age, more, almost 4 times.
Look at him. He's sitting there hunched over, reminiscing about the time that an AARP crackhead took him. Damn it. Damn it to hell. So what was the caliber of the woman who raped his son, who orally raped his son and his nephew? And I know YouTube and these platforms don't like these capital R words, but I can't sugarcoat this any longer. I'm tired of talking all these mixed up words, right? Because he was indoctrinated into a life that sent him on a spiral. And it's time that we started talking about healing. Why are you all laughing? This is not funny. This is not funny. This is not funny. It's not funny.
Yeah.
4 times the age.
That was the oldest difference. Yeah.
Okay. Would you still do that?
I mean, I'm a Scorpio.
What is the oldest?
So I just want you to, would you do that again? I just want you to see his face. Oh my goodness. Listen.
Woman that you've ever slept with? What age?
Look at the pause. Because
Probably when I was young, I was about
this happened to
15,
him.
16.
He was
It was a crackhead.
15 and a
How old was she?
crackhead.
About 55, 50.
Okay. That is a big age. That's like 3 times the age, more, almost 4 times.
Yeah.
4 times the age.
What do you feel like as a young man? You're 15, young and tender, and a woman whose body is ravaged by crack cocaine and hard living, that you take your young, tender body and copulate with her. She's probably doing it because she's an addict. But you're 15. How does that alter your psyche and where it is that you're going? So now he hires some debased, low-moraled prostitute to rape his child. And goodness knows what else he had done to his poor child. Because he's like, well, might as well start the degeneracy early. Because just like many people out there who were like, I got beat and nothing wrong with me. Meanwhile, you out there boxing in the street, cursing people out. You got depression. You're a weekend alcoholic. You frightened. You walking around with nervous conditions. Your doggone heart is palpitating. Look at him. He's hunched over. He can't even sit up straight in the chair. What did that do to him? You know how young 15 is? I mean, think about 15 is what? Sophomore in high school? And then you're up there with some woman. Well, what did her breath smell like? What was her titties like? Did she and he use protection? What did that do to him as a human being? Imagine the type of crackhead who would rape a 15-year-old boy. What was her vaginal hygiene like? What was her teeth like, her mouth situation? What did her hair look like? What type of clothing do you think she was wearing? What do you think was inside her underwear? What do you think she smelled like? What do you think she looked like? A 55-year-old crackhead who would rape a 15-year-old boy. This was one of his earlier experiences in life. I mean, I just want you to pay attention. And then when Vladimir asks whether or not he'll do it again, he's like, well, I'm a Scorpio. So goodness knows where his proclivities are. What type of porn do you think this man is watching now? He's probably watching those porns where they find ravaged streetwalkers. That was one of his earliest impressions when his mind was still forming. He's probably watching that type of, he's probably trolling, looking for that, rolling around in seedy neighborhoods. I mean, look at what he says when the man asks him whether or not he'll do it again. Look.
That was the oldest difference. Yeah.
Okay. Would you still do that?
I mean, I'm a Scorpio.
So, I mean, look at his face. I just want you to look at his face when he says it. Look, he's suppressing a smirk. He's like, well, I'm a Scorpio. You know how we Scorpios is. You know, we're going to do it. We're going to. All else be damned. Crackhead, no teeth. Yumpy pussy, no matter. No matter. No matter. And the crazy part about it is that there's a subset of the population that agrees with him, that agrees with what he has done to his child, that agree with what Blueface is trying to indoctrinate this boy into. Look his face. Look, when he says it. I wish there was a way to slow motion this. Look.
What is the oldest woman?
Well,
Scorpio.
What What is the oldest
Well, I'm
woman?
a Scorpio.
I'm a Scorpio.
What is the oldest woman?
I'm a Scorpio.
What is the oldest woman that you've ever slept with?
I'm a Scorpio.
So he wants you to know he's a Scorpio. So, I mean, from what I gathered from it, I'm sure he's still doing that. He could be with any woman, but there's probably some kink that he has on the inside to be with that street sex, that street intercourse, that funky breath, yampy pussy intercourse. That he probably got that kink. He probably just can't get satisfied from any other type of clean sex. He probably has to go out there and be like, try to replicate, you know, the happenings of yore, right? Listen, pay attention. Somebody said, don't put that on us Scorpios. Listen. So Terry, that's how you out there in these streets because you was a Scorpio? That's how you getting down now? Oh, my. Listen, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say, but when are we going to begin cultivating a system of worth for men, black men, outside of their ball sack? When? When are black men going to love themselves enough to say that enough is enough of this? That even though I was assaulted, my son will not be assaulted. Why participate in your son's assault? When are we going to say that they deserve better than what it is that we had? Rather than it happened to me, so listen. I'm gonna check the apples. I heard the ringing. Let's check these real quick. All right. Zierski Loki sends $10 and says self-love lessons. Yes, absolutely. Carla B. Zierski Loki. I pronounced it right this time, right? I pronounced it right this time? Okay. All right. Carla sends $15 and says, love the back-to-back content daily. Oh, well, I'm so glad. Thank you. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Benz sends $5 and says, thanks for your self-love lessons, Tonya. 100 heart. Yes, absolutely. So I want to hear from you. What are the self-love lessons that we can gather? What can we gather from this broadcast? I want you to type SLL for self-love lesson, and I want you to speak in the positive affirmation from the I. I want you to type I am, I do, I am, I do, I cultivate, whatever it is that you do. I accept, I demand. I want to hear from the positive. I don't want to see any words don't, not, won't. We don't want to talk about what we don't want. I want to see what you do want, what you are cultivating. Not will in the future, but right now. And even if it's something that you haven't started yet, speak it in the present. So let's bring this to pass, right? Oh my goodness, Common and Kevin Gates were molested. Oh, see what I'm saying? It's some sickness going on out there. All right, come. SLL, let's see these self-love lessons. I will always be selective of who I have in my life and who I love. Okay. Yes. I am selective of who I have in my life and who I love. I am. Let's give these I am, I do, I cultivate. Let's see these statements in the present tense, right? Come on, type SOL. Come. Did you all not get the self-love lessons, or is there just still a little bit of a delay? So come, let's hear this. Let's hear this. Let's hear this. All right. Soju missed everything. Well, thank goodness there's a replay. I want to see these self-love lessons. Come on. I'll tell you all the self-love lesson. Another one of the self-love lessons that I learned is to all right. So Travisa says, I watch my kids around adults. I cultivate health, wealth, and genuine happiness. I protect my nieces and nephews from degenerate adults. I know that's right. I broke the cycle of child abuse and raising my son with love and care. Wonderful. I am blessed and do not take that for granted. That is wonderful. All right, self-love lesson. I love myself enough to refrain from sabotaging others around. Okay. Destiny says, I take full governance over my child's healthy sexual development. Yes, you know what? Yes. And you know what? You have to have these conversations because your children are coming in contact with other children who have phones and access to all different types of information on this World Wide Web. So, Brianna, let's speak in the present tense. I'm a mother who protects her children. I protect my children and encourage communication and relationships with them. So let's speak in the present. I have cultivated healthy boundaries and respectfully see the issues from other people's past and choose not to engage with degenerates. Yes, and you see, one of the things that we can do is think about what has happened to people in their past. Don't take it personally, but realize that a lot of men have been hypersexualized. A lot of men have been sexually abused, and this is where they are. And unless they get help for where it is that they are, you can't do nothing. You can't do anything for them. You just have to I teach my son about body autonomy. I am careful of who I procreate with. I love myself enough to be the change I want to see. Yes. I have cultivated healthy boundaries. Hold on. I'm trying to find that. It went by quickly. I have cultivated healthy boundaries and respectfully see. It's going by. I can't find it. Okay, well, I apologize. It just went by too quickly. I wasn't looking at the screen when it first came up. I reaffirm to my son and grandsons that sex doesn't make you a man and to always be aware of what and who they're doing and dealing with. Yes. And you need to talk to the men in your lives and be on the same page with them because it's the men around our sons who are talking to them this dysfunctional foolishness. I teach my daughter to be aware of people who don't mean her no good. I am worthy, point blank, period. No more disrespecting myself. Okay, I still ask my son before I hug him. Aw, how precious. All right, let's see. I take ownership in preserving my spirit. This is paramount. Yes. Absolutely. Brianna, please remember that time is on a vertical plane, not on a horizontal plane. So you are a mother. You just have not actualized that right now, but you are a mother up here on the time line. Okay, I take ownership in preserving my spirit. Yes. These children have been exposed. Yes. Perfect. To me, one of the self-love lessons that I learned, right, from this video is to realize that the women that we see out here nowadays, right, this is one of the things that I have to be cognizant. I am cognizant of the fact that Every mother is different. Every grandmother is different. Some of these mothers were doing the things that they criticize today in other people, right? Like we all know how it goes. They put on a church hat, grab a fan and a slip, and then the next thing you know, they preaching to you about what you should not be doing. Meanwhile, how they lived their lives back in the days was a different story, right? So I know that I'm going to be very aware that these children who were born in the 90s, some of their parents are in their 40s. Some of their parents are in their 40s. Some of their parents are early 50s. I mean, we saw Blueface's mother. Blueface's mother is 50. Imagine her assaulting a 15-year-old boy, and that crackhead that Boosie was with was 55. So it's like, that is highly inappropriate. No child deserves to have that happen to them. It's unbelievable. So look, we're going to jump out of here. Let me check the apples one last time. We have one more apple that has come in from Chill Vibes, 55-year-old crackhead. Imagine what she done over the year. Oh my goodness. Yeah. 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 Absolutely. 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 All right. So let us go ahead and get out of here. Listen. Whew. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. Thank you for coming out to this video. Thank you to all the people who sponsored the video with the Cash Apps. I really appreciate that. For all of you showing up and showing out, I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for coming to the video. Text notification squad, my apologies about the late text. It did come in. I'm going to talk to the company about that. Every once in a while, they have a server issue. But yeah, so I apologize about that. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for hearing and being a part of these self-love lessons. If you get to the video late, think about what it is that you've learned from this video about ways that you can apply this to your life. I know that I have to have conversations with the men in my life about the messages that they're telling boys, what they think is acceptable, you know, and just being a part of that conversation, because little boys deserve a chance. They deserve a chance at a good life. Like, and then listen, imagine a 15-year-old boy that has now been with a crackhead. What does he do with a 15-year-old girl? How has his perspective changed now? This makes me think about all of the relationships I had and what trying to date was like when I was in high school, right? It just reminds me that a lot of that, I have to just send out, what do you call this? That I just have to send out forgiveness and just love, empathy to these people, because far too many of them were over-sexualized themselves. And so, yeah. And so that's where they went with it. That's where they went with it. But other than that, I just have to continue to move forward in my life. And yeah, so just continue to move forward. So listen, I will see you all in the next video. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you all. All right, bye you all.